Hey, what's good, heavy hitters? So, while Jay was occupying my bedroom, Dee and I had some problems between us, and she decided to go ahead and pack all my shit up. I don't know if you guys could see it. Uh, she just totally destroyed all my shit, all my personal belongings and stuff. And, I was getting pretty upset about things and being the victim, poor me, poor that, And I realized what's been taken out of my life to where all these problems are coming on to me. I moved in with a girl, and just moving in with a girl that you just start hooking up with, it's not always advisable. You guys got to know each other's moves, know each other's moods, know each other's this and that. And like, I have to bend a lot more because I'm a guest in their home, and apparently Dee's decided to evict me from there. So I could go back and make them evict me and do all that fun stuff, but why, right? So I don't want to live through all those headaches, because then I just never have that positive frame of mind that I try and stay in. And I realize the problem that I have going on right now is I haven't been of service to my fellow man lately. There was a total of 15 people, I think it's 16 people, that donated towards Jay's fund to, cremate him and whatnot. And to those, I want to thank you guys. I was hoping that, I could get a bunch of you to donate $2 to help bury, cremate this guy, ease up on the sister, I don't know. Another heavy hitter got at me saying to hit you guys up. I told him that I did. And, if that's the love that he's got, that's the love that he's got. I can only do what I can do. But I need to start being of service again, helping people get back into detox, helping people get into programs if they want, helping people to sober livings, and helping people find jobs. I need to start with myself on that too. I need to find a job, like 3 days a week, to where I could still take care of family stuff. And, being a grandpa, it's time. I should be in a position that I'm not, but because so many years behind that damn wall, I fucked off everything. I have no huge savings. I could take care of my grandkids and this and that. And I started letting all that start to weigh, on me, and it was starting to bear on my shoulders, and it was bothering me, and therefore I started being the victim, and it wasn't that I get to anymore, it was I have to. And once I have to do something again, guys, it's just all bad. So I've decided to be a heavy hitter and do what I say, what I suggest, what I know works for me, and start recognizing things for what they are. I get to be a help to my family. I get to, be a guest at Harriet's home. She's my girl, but I don't think she was quite ready for a convict moving in with her and his old ways. I've got my ways, and, like, as convicts, our emotions, we know how to shut them off like that, and that's not always comforting to a girl, especially a normie, they just don't understand. And I'm able to shut my emotions down to zero. If I have to step over a body to fill up my Pepsi at AM, PM, it's not going to bother me that much. That's just how I've been programmed, Like, I tried bringing DJ on. He can't figure out, well, we haven't really sat down because he's busy, but I didn't realize that when he, volunteered to help me get the channel going and do the Patreon stuff and whatnot. There's some good stuff on Patreon, but that's not fair to those that are staying loyal to this channel. And to you guys, nothing but love and respect. And I'm going to get my shit together. Anybody that knows how to download from video to Patreon, please hit me up on Instagram at all lowercase SFV Badger, okay, or is it Badger SFV? I'm not sure. it's one of those two. Get at me. Maybe you can help me get this channel going. I've got so much stuff recorded that, you know, to make like a little series. And yeah, a lot of it was going to go to Patreon because of some of the content that's being discussed. You know, I try not to have this channel bring in all the gore or have it seem like I'm romanticizing prison. You know, one of the guys in here asked me, what is it with you convicts? You guys, get out and you just take our women, whether you're ugly or not. You know what I mean? And it sort of cracked me up. I don't know what to say, but I don't know what it is about convicts that women are drawn to. Because we have our problems. Let me tell you, we have our issues, especially people that have done a couple calendars, man. You know, they know how to shut their emotions down. They know how to just clam up and mind their own business, you know. They don't know, they're not always the first to jump out there and say, hey, I'm sorry, you know, which is the program I try to live today, and I haven't been. I'm telling you right now, I haven't been being the true heavy hitter that I know that I'm supposed to be, you know, because of all this, you know, somebody else just dumping all my shit into bags and just destroying my brand new teeth broken. I just can't believe that somebody else would be that disrespectful when I was doing all I could to help another human being. You know, gave up my room and, you know, sort of pushed myself on moving in with my girl. And while that was gone, Dee took the opportunity just to ransack my shit and fucking pack up my stuff and pretty much tell me, hey, you're out of here. And I could make them evict me and do all that, but who needs the headache, right? You know, it's not like I'm in a financial position to be jumping around anywhere I want or go rent motels by the month or anything. And, you know, I don't know that Harriet was quite ready for this. I keep trying to tell her that I want to get the channel going more so that I could rely more on this because, you know, my partner doesn't always have work for me. I do plumbing. I do whatever. And, you know, jack of all trades, master of none, you know. That's pretty much where it is. I could do a little bit of everything. It's just I'm not the brain behind it all. I can assure you that. And I can't really look at myself in that light because I know I have a value and I have a worth, and I know that I'll outwork these 20-year-olds, that's for sure. I'll work circles around them. I try and stay ahead of whoever I'm laboring for so that they could just keep moving, you know. And I hear all the time, man, you don't find work ethic like that anymore. And yeah, you're worth every cent that I paid you. And I love to hear those things, you know. It's just people aren't always needing work. You'd think with all the homes that just burned down that I would be, you know, staying pretty busy. We'll see what happens once insurance starts coming through for all these contractors. You know, they'll be needing helpers and helpers like me. But, you know, when they hear you're 50 years old or in your 50s or whatever, and you're an ex-con, you know, like, they want to give some 20-year-old the opportunity, and they don't realize they're burning themselves. You know, I don't know about anyone else, but I know that I work circles around other people. I don't have to sit there and talk with other people. It's not my thing. I would prefer to work. You know, even in the joint, you're given a job. You know, until if you're on a program yard, you know, you're given some kind of job. You get a work ducket. It's called a work ducket. You'll receive it. And it says you're working in the kitchen. You're a tier tender. You're a house mouse. You're something along those lines. You have some form of paying your way to get your whatever time off that you're getting. You know, generally, if you get into a lot of trouble, you go to non-programming yards, you know, where it takes years to get a job. I just talked to my boy, we'll call him Schmaus. I just talked to him, and he says that on the yard he's on, it takes like 3 or 4 years to get a job. He's been down 26 years, 27 years right now. We talk pretty regularly on FaceTime. I guess I missed a call from him. last night. Schmaus, I missed your call. Holler at me, my boy. I'll get back at you. You know, I'm sorry I missed a call. We're going to do an interview, but then he's going to have to pass his phone off for a while, you know, because he could probably use some of you ladies to write him. It'd be nice to reach out and touch a convict with some love, you know what I mean? Shoot him a letter or something. He's got a pretty cool celly, and we talk all the time. You know what I mean? That's why I know all the latest updates as to what's going on in the institutions right now. And, you know, like, this isn't just a prison-based channel. I like it to be somewhat recovery-based as well. And so I'm going to try and start bringing you more and more of this, of what, you know, Schmaus has to shoot my way versus how it used to be. Going to an institution, it's not a badge of honor, you guys. It's not, man. Surviving an institution, it's not a badge of honor, you know? The man that's out here that's putting in the 8 and 10 hour day plus the 2 hour drive time, that's the guy that, you know, he's at my age, he's able to work a couple days a week, take care of his family, be a babysitter or whatnot, because he's planned for this. He's had a little savings going for the last 30 years, you know, whereas convicts, you know, we're making 11 cents an hour up to 95 cents an hour. If you're super lucky, you buy that job, believe me, you're going to pay for that job. But, you know, how do you save on 95 cents an hour? And then you come out here and find out that, you know, $15 an hour these guys want for working at Burger King, and they can't remember to put napkins or, you know, cold fries in your bag or ketchup or whatever. People just aren't trying to earn what they're asking for. I don't need no handouts, you know what I mean? I'm willing to work for everything that I get, you know? I'm grateful that in the past I was making like 22 bucks an hour, and I had someone else that was helping me pay for a bed that felt somewhat along the lines as I do, that we need to give back to society and that we were helping get people off the streets. And so long before this channel, I was paying for a bed, you know, and I thought, well, maybe one day I'll need that bed. You know, they say, be careful how you talk to your sponsees, because one day it may be your sponsor. Fortunately, that hasn't been my story, you know. I don't know. I just wanted to check bases with you guys, let you know that me and DJ are going to try and work this out. If he can figure out how to get things onto Patreon, cool. We're going to have to... I just need to go to school for it if I really want to make a channel to try and bring you guys some knowledge. What do you guys call them? Jewels? Tip you up on this and that. Be able to answer the questions that you want that make sense. Some of your guys' questions are just redunculous, you know? Just redunculous. Busting cheeks, yeah, no, I ain't into busting no other male cheeks, you know? If you are, it's 2019, I guess it's all good. You can come out now. But as for myself, in 1984, it wasn't good. 2004, it wasn't good. And we'll just leave it at that, you know? I'm not into busting cheeks. You know, those kind of cheeks I've had to bust, and I'm not into that either. I try to keep the violence out of my life today. Every now and then you have to come up with a can of what the fuck, you know? And that sucks when that happens, because it takes you out of your comfort zone. And I hate when I gotta become that guy, you know what I mean? When I gotta get loco. You know, I really wanted to nut roll on her for doing my shit like that. And when I seen my brand new teeth broken, you know, I really wanted to grab this woman by her throat and just shake her around like a rag doll. Well, you know, what is that going to resolve? It's going to put me back in the pen where I'll get free teeth again and just take a year or two. And I don't need that headache, man. I don't need that. I'm trying to help other people stay out of the institutions. So if I'm trying to help you stay out of the institutions, I may as well try and help myself stay out of the institutions, you know? So Jay's not, he hasn't been cremated yet. We're trying, I guess I sold the car. You know, I think it was 16 people donated. Some of you donated more than I asked for, and for that I'm grateful. That makes up for all the people that said on here they were going to donate a couple bucks. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I mean, people like you are few and far between. You're true heavy hitters. Advertising that you're gonna send something, you know, because I kept telling my sister that, you know, I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna do the best I can, and then she'll be calling me, and the best I can hasn't been all that great. A couple of you, like I said, reached out, you know, more than the $2 that I was asking for. I was hoping, you know, maybe 1,000 heavy hitters would send $2 to help take care of the Jay story. I put him up. You guys seen how quickly he deteriorated? You know what I mean? From the video to when he came on, and it was very sad to watch. And I hope that I never go through that. I haven't quit smoking yet. I'm working on that, one thing at a time. You know, I need to get back into being of service. So, you know, if there's anything I can do for you guys, get at me on Instagram. Any questions that I could answer. A lot of you guys, you know, are getting ready to go to the pen because you guys are messed up and you asked me questions. And I was doing consultations over the phone a while back. For parents that are worried about their kids, man, and that's a sad thing to do. And I felt bad charging for that, but you know, an hour of my time is still an hour of my time, and people were happy to do it. So I'm back on the consultation thing. If anybody needs help, you know, once I'm taken care of, I like to take care of the next guy. I just need to have a roof over my head, have food in my belly, insurance paid, gas in my car. We're good. Maybe, you know, take my girl out for dinner every now and then, and I'm good, man. You know, I'm a pretty simple guy, as most ex-cons are. We're either simple or super greedy. You know, and super greedy means you're going back to prison because you're going to be back out there in the dope game, slinging that dope, whatever, doing what you're not supposed to be doing. Listen, guys, I know I promised you to get on top of things, and I definitely intend to do that. Right now, I'm just making sure that I'm comfortable where I'm at, making sure that she's good with me being here. We're trying to fill things out and, you know, put all my stuff in storage, I guess, because she doesn't have room for all my stuff. There's no way. So, but I wanted to touch bases with you, White Light Rising. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you checking in with me. Cliffster, man, I appreciate you. You know, Eminem, I really appreciate you. I just really appreciate all of you that tune into the channel and support the channel. That much is for sure. And I'm sorry that it hasn't been too positive because, like I said, I've been allowing myself to be the victim lately, and I haven't been being of service. And once I start being of service again, I know that my life will flip, and I know that things will get better. So, with all that said, I'm still, you know, taking donations for Jay at badgersheavyhitters@gmail.com, or the P.O. Box is 10863, Canoga Park, California. Hang on, it's in the last video, guys, but so try and get this taken care of real quick. For those of you that might want to, even just sending the sister a little note saying that we appreciated your brother's story. Something is better than nothing, you know. There's another picture of Jay just before the end. You know, he was a really good guy, man, and there's no reason that you should end up in a potter's field anyway. Anyway, P.O. Box 10863, Canoga Park, California, 91309. White Light Rising, I'm doing what you're saying. I'd like to read his response to what he, you know, throughout all this. He says, come on, figures my phone doesn't want to work. He says, we can't have spectators on Heavy Hitters. We are real, and we are all one. Your videos are not a quick 10-minute news shoot for the bored at work or throughout their day. We are real people, real stories with real struggles. Who are these 20,000 subscribers? We need to do a call on them. Brother, remember, Heavy Hitters make it happen, and we're all one. If they were to be the ones, you would do the same for them. With nothing but love and respect from Badger. I want you guys to stay in touch. Get at me on Instagram if you want. If you know anything about downloading video from video to Patreon, please get at me. And especially if you're in the SoCal area, even if not, we'll discuss it over the phone. I'm gonna go to school for this, squeeze time for school for this next semester. I'm gonna go down and apply here soon. But thanks, man. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, if you got 8 quarters under the bed, real quick, shoot them. Let's do what we can to, rest in paradise, Jay. Anyway, nothing but love and respect shot your way. Have an awesome day. I know I'm going to certainly try to. It wasn't starting out that way up here, but I now know what my role is and what I got to get back to doing. So you guys have a rockin' one, all right? With respect. Some people want it to happen. Some people need it to happen. But heavy hitters make it happen. Let's all make it happen, guys. Later.